Welcome back, DragonCon. Crispy here. I've got Cheryl Henson. Cheryl,
yes.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm personally very excited to have you here, being such a huge part of today's Muppet culture, essentially, and things like that.
Well,
so,
thank you.
I know, I'm thrilled. We've been building this puppetry track for you to come. A huge puppetry track here in DragonCon.
Yep.
What's some of your favorite things that we've got at the puppetry track this year?
There is so much happening with
so
puppetry
much, the
at
most full
DragonCon.
year, yeah.
DragonCon loves puppets.
We do.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And there are late night puppet films.
Yes.
There is a late night puppet slams.
All right.
Puppet performances.
Now, a
there
puppet slam, how would you describe that? Because I don't think people
like
really know what.
cabaret where people get up and do short pieces, like
all
short,
right.
punchy pieces that
Quick
they try
vignettes.
to really get your attention.
Right,
Yep.
all right.
They're little acts. We know puppetry does acts really well. There are great puppeteers. We have Carol Spinney, the puppeteer of Big Bird for 45 years. 45 years, continuous production on Sesame Street.
That's quite a career.
Steve Whitmire, who is Kermit on the new The Muppets ABC show. We've got Lolly Lardpop, Leslie Ferrara-Rudolph.
Leslie is one of our favorites here.
She is fantastic. I hear she's doing 11 different things.
Only 11? Leslie, you're slacking.
11.
That's only 11 things.
Pam Arciera and us. We are here. Kirk Thatcher. Kirk Thatcher from Creature Shop Challenge was here today talking about Turkey Hollow.
Yeah, Turkey Hollow is a big thing right now. So.
Turkey Hollow, it's coming up on Lifetime, November 21st, and it has creatures, really cool creatures from the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
So some original stuff.
Yep, original creatures based on an old script of my dad's and designs of my father's, but made modern. Really cool. But I'm really here to talk about the new Museum of Puppetry at the Center for Puppetry Arts.
Which is a huge deal right now. If you're in Atlanta, you have to know about this. So.
It is the biggest, the best puppet museum in the United States.
Yeah.
It's going to be. It is the biggest, best puppet center in the United States already.
No pressure, Atlanta.
But they are adding the best museum. So one thing we love about the Center for Puppetry Arts and why we want to be there with this collection is that it is a living center. They do new productions all the time. They bring busloads of school kids in there to see these productions, to learn about puppets. They do long distance learning where they teach puppetry to schools all across the country.
Do like the web seminars and things like that.
They're one of the pioneers of that. It is such a great place.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I know personally, like I've gone to a number of seminars there and I'm very involved with them. And when we first started hearing, like, oh, by the way, there's this little Henson wing kind of coming around. It was like rumor for the last few years. And we're like, oh, this sounds magical. Yeah. This sounds like exactly the place that we want to be and be involved in.
And I have to tell you, there's nothing little about it.
And that's the beauty of it.
It's a giant building. They have built a new building just for this museum. It's spectacular. We were there this morning. We had hard hats on.
Oh, nice.
I had a hard hat that was a chicken. I had a chicken hard hat on. And we got to see the museum. It is glorious. It is gigantic, and it is going to be full of puppets.
And November is when that's over. November 19th?
Yes, November 14th. Open to the public, November 14th. And it's not just Henson stuff. There is global puppets. There are puppets from all over the world, every continent.
Yeah.
They've got puppets from Africa and Indonesia, from China and India. They've got them from all over Europe. They've got them from the Americas. They've got them.
If there's a puppet,
they've got it.
It's been through there at some point.
It's pretty extraordinary.
Now, one of the things that's fascinating for me is like they've had the Chamberlain there on display for a long time.
We have to explain the Chamberlain is a Skeksis.
Yes, very
Chamberlain is a Skeksis from the Dark Crystal.
And why that's important is this outfit. I don't know if anyone has caught this. This outfit is not just inspired by Dark Crystal, but it has a bit of history here.
I'm wearing a Jen outfit that was made as part of the Dark Crystal fashion collection. That was the ladies who did a lot of the costumes for the original Dark Crystal film. As the film was winding up, while they were working on post-production, these women really enjoyed working together, and they were also trained in fashion. And it was, it was the early '80s, and there was a lot of interest in craft and in really great handmade stuff. And they said, well, let's stay together. We're going to create this fashion collection. It's all based on the Dark Crystal. We have ball gowns, Skeksis ball gowns, and mystic cloaks and all kinds of really great fabrics and stuff. And then we brought it out and tried to sell it to department stores. Got some fantastic window displays.
Well, you took a shot at that.
Not a lot of people actually wore them. It's not really streetwear.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a DragonCon back then.
No,
if they had a DragonCon,
something
this
like
would have
this,
been really hip,
I
right?
mean, you see people basically doing that this same age, hand stitching their own inspired costumes. You see a lot of people who are wearing costumes that aren't necessarily, they're not dressed up as Skeksis, though we do have some here and they're amazing. But you'll see some who are inspired by Dark Crystal is a very popular one here. So you'll see inspired clothing by that. And to hear that you guys did this, it seems to me it's like very ahead of its time, and it's very creative, and that's a huge thing.
It was kind of wacky. I actually went around with the marketing team and actually wore the outfits, traveled all over the United States trying to talk these department stores into carrying these clothes.
No, really, you don't know what this is going to mean.
It was kind of wacky. And this outfit was, in fact, mine. This one was made for me.
And it's beautiful. And I'm assuming you save it for special occasions.
30 years later.
Oh my! And
I'm
it
still
looks
in
great.
it. How about that?
I'm jealous. So I need to find something like this myself because I'm very, very thrilled.
So I'm going to do one more plug for the museum because we're going to have people from the Center for Puppetry Arts coming tomorrow. 1 o'clock tomorrow, we're doing a panel just on the museum and all the amazing stuff that's going to be in the museum.
And that's 1 o'clock in Centennial in the Hyatt Hotel. So if you're seeing this beforehand, make it out. It's going to be a really fun time.
And don't forget Puppet Films, 1 o'clock tonight, 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. I mean, tomorrow morning and the next morning. Morning. Puppet Slams, come see puppets.
Yeah, puppets. That's what we're trying to say here at DragonCon. I want to thank you so much.
Fantasy dragons.
Oh my God,
like
so much fantasy. We have a home for everything here, and that's the beautiful thing about this. So thank you so much for your time.
And even for sleepy little Fraggles.
I think he's had a rough day.
He's a very sleepy little Fraggle, but he's
had a long
going to make
day.
it special for you. Okay, bye.
Thank you. He's out.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Randall. All right, thank you so much. And thank you, DragonCon.
Bye.